First of all, I would like to give my higher respect to His Excellency Lee Cheng, the Director General of BELTEI Group and the President of BELTEI International University, BELTEI management teams, for honorable judges and all beloved participants. Very good afternoon. It's truly a privilege that I have the opportunity to standing here before all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to ask you with one question. Do you remember what is the most unforgettable and suffer regime ever in our country? Of course, it is the Khmer Rouge regime. In 1979, the Khmer Rouge nearly decimated everything in our country, and the most regrettable aspect for our country was the loss of the human capital. In order to rebound the decimation, our government had to act rapidly to regain the human resource. My topic is, how does education play a very important role to develop our country? To answer with this question, I would like to take two main points. The first is economic growth, and second is bring peace to our country. Now let's talk about the first point first. The quality of education is vital to produce the potential human resource for our country. With the highly education, people have knowledge, capability, and also highly innovation to develop our country in every sector. Moreover, every institutions and also organization, both private and public, can increase their productivity and profit by having those educated people. As the result, in 2014, our economy was growing to 7.5% in 2004, because people in that time have improving their standard of living, and the microeconomic in that time was also increasing. This is not only the sign of showing the economic growth in our country, but also the sign of showing the decline rate and the decline rate of the poverty and the crime in our country. Second, education brings peace to our country. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you one quote from Edward Bolivar. He said that using the pen is mightier than using the sword. What does it mean by that? It means that, okay, let me give you an example first. If two nations have the problem and then they're using force to solve it, of course they will lose many resources. But what if they just take a step back and then they use their education to find a solution and negotiate with each other? They can solve their problem easily without losing any resources, and especially the most important valuable thing is human life. Take a look into our reality. Nowadays, even our government have the problem with the opposite party, but instead of using force to fight with each other, he has created the culture of dialogue. He shares his idea discussing with each other on the table. This is the way that he tried to provide the peace and harmony to our Cambodian. I would like to inform you that everybody, education is not only provide us with the knowledge or skills, but also teach us to have the morality and ethic as well. Like one quote from Aristotle, he said that educating the mind without educating the heart is still not education at all. In my conclusion, education is really essential to develop our country through the two ways. The first one is economic growth, by providing the most potential human resource, and second, by bringing the peace to our country with the way that reducing the violence and crime. Everybody, the last of my speech, I would like to give you one message. Education can make the impossible things to be possible. That's all of my speech.
Thank you for your speech. You have 2 minutes for questions from the judges.
Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, my beloved contestant, Wallet.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
I have listened to your presentation, so I catch up one point that you say our education play a very important role over the economic. So, from your point of view, when you graduate your bachelor degree, so how can you have developed your country? Thank you.
Thank you so much with your question. Of course, after I graduate, I must be find a job to support my life. And this, when I can improve my standard of living by finding and get a job opportunity, I can increasing my individual economic. So only increasing the individual economic of the one people. This is called the GDP. So when the whole people have it, the country will also increasing it also. Thank you.
Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, and distinguished BELTEI contestants, my question to you today, Forlik, is what role do you believe education will play in Cambodia's place in a modern Southeast Asia? What role do you believe that education will play in Cambodia in the future for a modern Southeast Asia?
Thank you for your question. Education, as I told you that there are many advantages of education. When people have it, they can improve even themselves and the country by, like you say that, you can increasing or boosting the economic growth by using our knowledge with the innovation or do something that can help our country. And one more thing, our education for Cambodian can also make the security in our country remain with the peaceful. Because when people have the education, they have the morality, they have the ethic, they know what is right and what is wrong. So they will prevent peace and bring everything to their country with peacefully. Thank you.